Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Now.
When the moon is full, the beast must die.
One of you is a werewolf.
You must track down the werewolf. One of these 8 people is a werewolf. Can you guess which one?
Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one?
One of these 8 people will turn into a werewolf. Can you guess who it is when we stop the film for The Werewolf Break? See it, solve it, but don't tell. The beast must die.
Yikes. Scary dairy, indeed. Who will it be? Do you know? We will stop for the werewolf break at, I think it's about 70 minutes. But who's in the chat? Cluedo beats the Wolfman, indeed. Ian Grant, well done. Yes, we don't get films like this anymore, do we? All-star cast and Alsatians the werewolf. But this is The Beast Must Die from Amicus, the studio that dripped blood. So, yes. Right next to Hammer. Oh, Ian's excited for this one. Hopefully it won't disappoint. It is free on YouTube, but it is blocked in a lot of countries, so you may have to fiddle with a VPN to watch it. It is blocked in the UK. But talking to Amicus, the Amicus studio is back and under new management. Laurie Brewster, who we've had on the channel, another chat, and he will be back again to talk about his upcoming projects. So I asked him for a review of this film, and he said, I think the film is good fun and inventive with a great cast, including Gray and Cushing, and even Gambon. Campy fun, he says, which exactly sums it up. It's a crazy film. But we'll start it because it's got a long intro. So already it's ahead of me. All right, so I'm going to pause it right there. This film is a detective story in which you are the detective. Right, so it's under my studio canal now by the look of it. I saw The Beast Must Die. I was streaming on ITX, then realized it was the drama series. Yes, I keep, every time I do a search, I have to put the date in because if you don't, you get the drama series from 2020 with, who is it? Son of the guy I can't think of now, who's in The Bad Guy and lots of films. But there we go. Right, we're off. The question is not who is the murderer, but who is the werewolf? Because technically they do become the same thing later on, but spoilers. Right, here we go. All the clues have been shown. After all the clues have been shown, you will get a chance to give your answer. Oh, that reminds me. So, yes, I've been looking for players for this. I'm trying to do it live. But we shall see if we can get anyone to join me. Otherwise, I'll be playing with myself like usual. So, we've got an Amicus production. This film is now 50 years old. I remember when I first saw it, I think it was on TV. Probably one of those late night event endeavors. And that was the last time I saw it for a very long time. But when did it come out is April 1974 in the United States. April 22nd, 1974 in the UK. That's not bad going. I don't know how much we can trust this. But I always confuse it with The Beast Within, which the lovely Dr. Impossible sent me. Oh, see, this would make a great board game. The film packaged with board and pieces and little notepads. I'm stealing this idea, by the way. Point the video at certain times to roll the dice. Well, they did do that. Was it The Beast Among Us, didn't they? Which is a werewolf who done it. So I think they'd sue us. Even though this came first. Also released on home video as Black Werewolf without the werewolf break in it, which was the werewolf break was put in by the producers as a bit of a marketing tool. The writer director was not happy with this, who is Paul Annette. Oh, yeah, so we got a long title. When was this filmed? It's got the, I don't know. Well, as you can see, looking over my picture there, that is not the werewolf we see in the film. Although I did watch Bloods versus Wolves earlier, which is free on YouTube, but don't waste your time. So it's filmed in Shepperton. And apparently they had because of the, what's his name? The legend that is, I can't find it now. I'll tell you in a minute. So it was filmed in the House and Gardens is Pyford Place in Surrey. But it doesn't say where this island situation is. Unless it's just the lake there. But it's, what's his name? Calvin Lockhart, who is the main guy. And then we spent a big chunk of the opening going through this woods with him being chased. And he gets captured about 3 times and they let him go. But he is known for King Willie, of course, in Predator 2. He's in Wild at Heart. Twin Peaks, Firewalk with Me as the electrician. And a character called Biggie Smalls in 1975. So let's do it again. Thought I recognised it. He's the Colonel Izzy in Coming to America. Is he still with us? No. Unfortunately, he passed in 2007. Born in the Bahamas. But he was in Starsky and Hutch episode. A lot of TV and movies. Only When I Laugh with an F. Girl in Black Bikini. And Cleopatra. But yeah. And then we got the guy. This place is seems to be a video camera in every tree. There's a microphone literally stuck in the ground to pick up heartbeats from like 100 meters away. And then they got the suite of CRT monitors to look at it all while he's being chased by this helicopter. The special effects in this film are comparable to American Werewolf in London. This one is more naturalistic, using a dog in cosplay. Yeah, he's got a lovely mane. There's black Alsatian. I don't know if that's supposed to make you think it's Calvin. That's the actual werewolf, but it's just shot of him running, shot of him in that shot of the helicopter, and then I can't keep up if I'm in sync or not. Right, there we go. So I'm behind this. So yeah, there sees a camera which has got somehow HD definition from 1974 and wireless capabilities that it can go to the house that's miles away without running cables through a woods. But yeah, it's state of the art. Then we get, because you don't first time watch, you think, what's going on? You think, is he the werewolf? And that's why he's being hunted. But he's testing the security of the place. Yes, Charles Gray is actually good enough. I think he is, because what is he? Blofeld, he's in Rocky Horror. I don't think I've ever seen him be bad in any film, no matter how bad the film is. That is very much true. There's those sort of actors that can elevate even the worst films. But I don't know what Peter Cushing's character is supposed to be in this. He seems to be having an accent. But he's not in it much, unfortunately. He's just giving us the updates on what werewolf lore, because apparently touching silver will burn a werewolf, but then he changes it to but it must be on the night of the moon with that plant in with the pollen of a plant, wolf plant in the fucking area. So he keeps changing his story. Now, has anyone actually seen this apart from Ian? So yes, Mike was supposed to join me for this, but after he cancelled last week, we booked it for this week, and then he realised the other day that he already had booked a night out. So, as this is almost last weekend, but we have left of Werewolf September. He's lying next to the ground, picked up his heartbeat on one oscilloscope, and he seems to pinpoint it where in this massive amount of things. What's this? What night could be better than this? I know he's crazy, isn't he? Must be some big band. Hang on. Yeah, he's been caught at least twice now, because we're 7.5 minutes in, and no real story is happening. But while we watch the intro, I'll read a bit more from the new Amicus Studios. So we have a Patreon link, which I will put in the chat. It's free to join the Patreon for the new Amicus British Horror Studio website. We get news and updates about the site, but then you can pay more to support them if you feel like it. So there's that. But in a recent post on the website, there also a Facebook group as well. There's a long bit about how what the studio's doing and how they're going forward, where they could. I'll read a bit of it. Let's consider first the types of films we're producing. Amicus Productions' New in the Grip of Terror is produced in a romantic retro style without any of the adaptations we commonly see for so-called modern audiences. Black Chariot is an unapologetic black and white creepy thriller. The Reign of Queen Guinevere by Hex Studios owes more to the classic BBC One series, BBC series I, Claudius, than it does the effects-laden studio fanfare. Then we get for We Are Many 2, also by Hex Studios, is a Lovecraft tribute anthology film produced without any consideration for what might sell to mainstream audiences. The same could be said for Megan Tremethic's Spoiling You, which is some big word I can't read right now, setting that transports early noughties J-horror into stylized version of Great Britain. So good things coming up. I try to remember whether I guessed who it was the first time I saw it. I think they do a decent job of making it look too obvious. Yes, they do cheat when we're looking for a werewolf. And then there's lots of twists. But yeah, so he turns up at his manor house where everyone's having a tea party. And you think he's there to kill someone, but then, yeah, he's surrounded by guards. And he says, yeah. But he's a cool dude. But somehow and then we hear guns. They shoot him, but it's all for effect. But I think who's left with? Is any of these people with us? I don't think there's even the young lady. I don't think there's. But there we go. Then we cut to a video recording of the day. They're blanks. So you got this poor bastard doing the command center that's monitoring 1,000 screens and 1,000 microphones. But of course, she's got black and white tiles, which was the style at the time. You know, and this very Bond map with LEDs on it, showing where all the cameras are and the microphones, so they can detect where this werewolf is. But who is the werewolf? Yeah, so it's got a range of 1 mile, these microphones or something, which is somehow they can pick up a heartbeat a mile away. But what if a deer or other animal moves into your fancy grid system? He's got a cassette recorder that monitors and then produces a punch card and tells you if it's a bird or an animal or a person. It's all genius. A couple of lesser known people in this are still alive, but yeah, none of the bigger names, sadly. Which can't be out for a film that's 50 years old and the cast were 30s and 40s at the time. But yeah, very sad. I don't think the director or anyone's with us. Just double check. No, it's not based on a book, as far as I can tell. I thought it was Michael Winner. Michael Winder is one of the writers. Yes. Well, Paul Arnett only passed away in 2017, so hang in there. There you go. The director died a few years ago. I've been a bit patient. So yeah, this is I think he only. This might be the only Amicus film he did, is it? Because Hammer and Amicus did a few vampire films and such, but they both did only one werewolf film each. Oh, he directed 90 episodes of EastEnders and the spin-off Ricky and Bianca and Green Chill and Emmerdale Farm and Biker Grove. 3 episodes of Tales of the Unexpected. Did Jeremy Brett, Sherlock Holmes, Widows from 85. So yeah, stopped doing film. The Gentle Touch. Everyone loves The Gentle Touch. Poldark from the 70s. And then, yeah, seems to be the only film he directed by the look of it. Fraud Squad. I must admit, this film is a little slow to get going, so. But it's one of those build-ups. It'd be called a slow burn today if it was made by A24 or somewhere. Right, here we go. Now we get introduced properly to the people. Watch Impossible's here. We've got the indicator release of this. The Studio Canal transfer is stunning, plus some nice extras. Yes, this Blu-ray version I've got here looks lovely. It's not epically widescreen because it's only just a bit bigger than this VHS DVD. So the DVD is only 4x3 and mono, I think. Yeah. Oh no, it's in stereo 2.0. There you go. Upgraded, but it's Anchor Bay release from only 88 minutes. So yeah, we're already 14 minutes in. But good evening, Doctor. Not sure which one it is, but I bought the Blu-ray with the black cover with the wolf, the red eyes on it. I don't know which Blu-ray. But yeah, I don't yet have a Blu-ray player. Yes, Blu-ray players are luckily quite cheap these days. Or if you have a games console, they work just as well. But no, we're finding out. There's plays all over the world, or used to. Now there are certain European capitals where he's not welcome anymore. Nasty killings there when he in every town he was playing in, because he's got all these. So yeah, he was. That makes sense. Now, unfortunately, because they wanted Shirley Bassey for his girlfriend role, but she was busy, so they've got where's her name? Is it Marlene Clark? Unfortunately, they dubbed her in this, which was the thing they did mostly in. Well, she was only passed away last year of 85. She's a lovely lady. She's the secretary in Enter the Dragon. She's in Ganja and Hess in 1973. Switchblade Sisters as Muff. And Lord Shango as Jenny. But she was stopped acting by the look of it in 88. She was in an episode of Highway to Heaven. Richard Pryor Show, Sanford and Son. She's the Witch in Black Mamba. I think a lot of TV work. Bonanza. Ding, 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 ding. She's a girl at the party in Midnight Cowboy. Probably as they heard her called the girl from Tiger Bay. Of course she is, yes. That lovely city by the bay, Swansea. I can never remember. Every time I watch this, I can never remember who the werewolf is. But only because I watched it last week, I remember now. So yeah, Anton Diffring is the guy in the video suite. And I'm trying to think what I know him from. Oh, he passed away in 89. Where Eagles Dare. Victory, of course, Victory. That's the last thing I saw him in. Or Escape to Victory as we know it. Another one, yeah. A lot of British TV work. But he was German. He also did some German work. Yeah. And then, what if I'm the werewolf? What would you do? Oh yeah, so and now the screaming starts. That's the other Amicus, and then there's Asylum, the House that Drip Blood, the Ghoul, I think. But yeah, I never picked up there were different production companies between Hammer and Amicus. I always thought they were all Hammer films, especially Doctor Terror's House of Horrors. Ah, there's the Beast Must Die. So the Beast Must Die, which always confused me, was the what's his name? Great actor who's not in the main cast. Typical. Jared Harris, of course, Richard Harris's son, who played Dumbledore, which this has Michael Gambon, who played Dumbledore. And then they're going to Gary Oldman's going to play Dumbledore in this new TV series, I think, isn't he? Oh, if you're attached to dogs, you might not want to watch this film. But yeah, following the death of a son in a hit and run, all Frances wants to do is hunt down and kill the man she believes is responsible. When she finally tracks him down, she tricks her way into his house and plots to murder him within. So it's got a sound premise, but I don't know if I would watch it. Would this film be better with bassy music now in a party scene, a bassy break before the werewolf break? Oh, definitely. A bit of Goldfinger or Hey Big Spender. But yeah, a lot of the reviews of this point out how he's not the smartest guy. Because he says, "Oh, do you want to put?" The other guy says, "Do you want to put cameras in the bedrooms?" He says, "I'm not a voyeur," but then he doesn't need to do that. But just when there's a wolf outside, you can go knock on people's bedroom doors to see if they're actually still in. Right, there you go. So Michael Gambon's making a break for it because I think they're like 5-10 miles from the nearest village or nearest phone. He ripped the phone lines down so no one can phone out. Anchor Bay transfers weren't too bad for the time. I still have quite a few titles on that enabled. They proved quite expensive back in the day, even when the sale was on. Remember, Benson's World? Yes, bloody hell. I think I don't remember them being anywhere near me, but yes, I do remember those shots. I quite like Anchor Bay. At least they tried to look after the fans. Yes, and that's probably their downfall, wasn't it? He goes on the shortcut, which takes him slowly up a hill, slowly across the top of the hill, and slowly down the other side. And the guy only has to go round on a flat. And he still beats him, so yeah, it's not much of a... Yeah, was Benson's with the High Street or just online? Remember, maybe they were one of the first to do both, were they? And then obviously failed. But they could have been still going as big as Amazon now. Because it's like all these companies, if you order online, they only need the storage space, don't they? They don't need the shop and the people up front. But with physical media, it's tricky. Because there's that Australian company, but it's so expensive to order from Australia because of the bloody postage. I never knew how Play.com could sell things so cheap and have free postage. Evening, Turn the Blue Iris. I think this was one of the BBC Two horror double bills. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's probably where the first time I saw it. But yeah, we got this extended car chase. Even with camera shadows and everything. Although not on the Blu-ray by the look of it. Yeah, because of the 4x3, it must be an open mat. Oh, Halloween box set and Trilogy of the Dead. Oh, it was nearly £50 on eBay. Bloody hell. Anchor Bay, not eBay. I see Bay. I think of the eBay. MVC used to do £5 off reduction off £50 box sets. Whoopee. Is this what you sent me? What's this? Yeah, this is Anchor Bay. You saying that cost you 50 quid, which I can believe it. Back in the day. That's naughty sending it to me, though. But we will be watching, I think, we're doing Dawn of the Dead with JT in October. And then we got Psycho 2 less than 2 weeks. The Saturday night, I think I got it. So I'll be downstairs with that one, relaxing on the couch. Benson's World was... Oh, it was a mail order. Sorry. What am I thinking of then? Maybe I'm thinking of NBC. But yes, I remember Benson's World. A monthly catalogue through the post. Ron Benson. Run Benson's World. There you go. So every time... Yeah, because Gambon can't think of a good excuse of why he's running. And then things get distracted and off on tangents. Yeah, I'm sure this was shown on BBC Two back in the day. Show did double bills. Yes, I did always enjoyed the BBC Two. I think it was like a Friday or Saturday nights. They did the midnight showings of horror films or old horror films, even though they would only be 10, 20 years old by then, not 50 years old like it is now. Hey, it's Tommy Gunn. Great flick. This very unique, New York. Yeah, but no, they went. Benson's World went bust in the early 20s. Yeah, if they were online, they should have obviously peaked too soon when people scoffed at them saying, buying online? Who's going to do that when you just go to the shop? I remember back in the early internet days, Black Star, that's another name. I think I remember all these names from like adverts in video magazines. Black Star was another online retailer, VHS DVD, that they did a video hunt service. They could track down how to print tapes eventually. Why exactly? I guess, how would they have done that pre-internet? They'd have to phone people, give them a list or post them a list and say, have you got these? Nightmare back then, when all you can do is like a bulk email now and get a load of responses or a Facebook group or something. She looks like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. I think I'm trying to look at these screens. It seems to be the ones in the background might not be moving, but the one he's only got one screen on his desk. That's Sonic's Ash. Oh no, I tell a lie. There's two on the back, 3 cameras, 3 televisions on the back showing the same image. A man being attacked by a devil. The face of that man was the face of the victim. They actually sent me a dodgy copy of James Mason film called Bigger Than Life that wasn't available on VHS or DVD. A copy of something. Ah. Did you know it was going to be dodgy? Because James Mason will be appearing next month for Salem's Lot, which is a double bill over 2 nights. But here we go. I'm guessing all of you have dinner parties just like this. Candles, waiters and butlers, and cigarettes on the end of long sticks. In fact, as it's a 70s film, get my pipe out. Yeah, it's gone out. Now, here's Peter Cushing. He actually gets speaking lines 25 minutes in. The lymphatic glands. Because, yeah, he's serving them raw meat, basically. It's in a pool of this red gravy, which, even though it looks very cooked, they put it in specially red gravy to make it look like it's raw. And then, yeah, Cushing's going off on one about how lycanthrope is a disease. Oh. And he's sorry for the beast. He has no choice. Yeah, so they got the guy with the big long blonde hair and massive beard. Could he be the werewolf? Yeah, I requested it thinking they'd say it's unavailable. Somehow they sent me a copy. I asked no questions. Well, I guess back then, yeah, it was the only way to see the film. That's it. Yes, has anyone ever been to a dinner party where they have a butler? I don't think us common folk, or you common folk would. I'm trying to think. No, I have not. Unless it was in a restaurant or something. But yeah, no one's house. I've not been lucky enough yet. Maybe when Disney, I can shill for Disney. I can. Yeah. Peter Cushion's the only one eating. I used Black Star regularly. Going back even further, there was a business in Middlesex that sold UK rental tapes. Called Gilt Edge Enterprises. Nice. Imagine finding because British tapes weren't sealed, really, wasn't it? And the retail ones were only sealed in the 90s. Marky Mark saw The Substance Friday night. It was excellent. Oh, best new horror seen in years. Everyone, Driller Killer was raving about it. The body horror with Demi Moore, isn't it? And there's nudity, isn't it? BBS are screening The Substance and Demi Moore doing a Q&A afterwards. I assume she will get questions on nudity, yes. She's probably very prepared for that. Or they'll say beforehand, don't ask her about her tits. Or the work she's had done. I did go to a dinner party where they had I can't believe it's not Butler. I'm hoping that is serious, but you will have one of these anyway.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
While there's a dinner party, let me take that comment off. That counts. There's a quick advert for the old Amicus, or the Amicus campaign. Here we go.
Actually being set in the past. So, for example, our characters might use mobile phones. And the latest in computer technology.
So there you go. That's Megan Traumatic of In the Grip of Terror from Amicus. That's coming out probably next year now. All about financing and filming. They've been spending a lot of time and money building, renovating a manor in Scotland, and it looks bloody all gorgeous. Maybe I'll visit one day. Oh, she's on Graham Norton this week, apparently. There you go. I didn't even know he was still going as a chat show. Guessing you'd get toothpicks after that for any stray things in the food. Butler in the buff counts. Remember seeing those? Was it the cleaning people they had on a what do you call it back in the day? Euro trash. So here, hold this silver candlestick, because if you are a werewolf, I always loathe party games. So yeah, and then he tries it the second night, and then there, satisfied. But yeah, all hand cocktail sausage. This isn't. Was it the cook, the thief, his wife, and a lover? Hello, Andy. Save me. They're talking about gentlemen's appendages again. Have someone stop them. And there's a serious thriller going on here. We're trying to figure out who this werewolf is. Is it the mild-mannered janitor? Could be. Yeah, she's trying to get saucy all the time. And then he's going to threaten to kill all his guests. But, let's have a look. Who is the other character? We know Peter Cushing. We know Charles Gray. Syrian Madden is the actress. Oh, she's still with us. Now, what has she been in? Wolf's Head, The Legend of Robin, something. Gay Wayne and the Green Knight. Miss Marple. May Gray. Ivanhoe. I'm sensing a link here. Casualty in 91. Another one that stopped acting in early 90s. Let's have a look. I'm seeing a lot of dramas. Judging by the names. Return of the Saint. That's the point. Ogilvy. He'd be good to chat to. as a child, I preferred Return of the Saint because that was new at the time I was watching it. So it was all. I did like his Jaguar. I think Ian Ogilvy is doing a film. There he is. With Roger Moore's son, Jeffrey Moore. Ooh. There we go. We're off on the hunt. Now there's the Wolfsbane. So he's grown Wolfsbane, just in case. It's only his talent agent. Well, exactly. Everyone's been in Casualty, haven't they? Any actor of their ilk would have been in Casualty, but he's got this wonderful, massive collar jacket, which was the style of the time, and it's got like silver trim, and he's got the moon and stars and this pattern going down it while he's hunting werewolves. Got to look cool. And then someone throws an axe at him. Now apparently, the cinematographer had a Dickens of a time lighting Calvin because of his dark complexion and being outside in the dark or in the dark for light for dark. I got my rank rental copy of The Ghoul lined up to watch on Wednesday. Peter Cushing is always watchable. The Hound of the Baskervilles was top notch with Quartermasses. Andre Morel. Yeah. Because good films or great films are few and far between new these days. That sounds amazing, Doctor. I haven't seen The Ghoul. I will check it out. Yes. Don't know if I can. I have it. What am I doing Wednesday? So tomorrow it's Breakdown with Kurt Russell, which is a very good thriller. Caught up with it yesterday. Yeah, and then Wednesday's Fall Guy, the old TV show. Puppets from the 80s British TV shows on Thursday. And Fright Night Album on the Saturday. But yeah. What's he up to? He's just basically following him around the grounds. This is one location, I guess. Quite cheap. And so yeah. Aconitum, Wolfsbane. So he's going to take it into the party now. That's oh yes. Can't see on it. Right. There's the full moon. Gonna have a full moon. Now there is a transformation scene in this. Which goes from person, hairy person, Alsatian. But in using reaction shots. I love the Quatermass films. Shame the original TV series wasn't fully preserved. Yeah. Stupid BBC. Like all these things from the old days. Like all these 80s slasher films where they cut the bit out that was too much for the censors and then fucking binned it. Madness. And now all we got is VHS copies. Very poor VHS copies. Guest plays the monster in The Ghoul, the late great Don Henderson of damn, I can't remember the joke. What was Don Henderson in? The late great Don Henderson. The Ghoul is a great watch, though. There you go. Yeah, is there 2 Quatermass films? Or is there more than one? Don Henderson. I once walked past him in Piccadilly Circus back in the 80s. The amount of times I was in Piccadilly Circus, I probably passed someone famous but wasn't paying attention. That's it, Boone. Oh, Star Wars. Yes, he's in Star Wars, isn't he? The late great Don Henderson of Boone. Isn't that League of Gentlemen? Isn't that our League of Gentlemen joke? Right, here we go. Accusations are flying. It could be anyone. He's not taking any chances. But yeah, this werewolf. Well, he was saying he was sorry for the werewolf earlier because he can't control it. But it's another one of those bloody films that breaks all their own rules about werewolves because somehow the person, it doesn't say if they leave the house, then turn into the werewolf. It doesn't say if it's it says what they can only do when the full moon is out and then the wood bloody wolfsbane's blossoming. And then somehow he was feeling sorry for the werewolf because he can't control what he does. And the next minute, it can bloody turn on his whim. Oh, someone's missing. Track him down. Henderson was in the BBC series called The Paradise Club with Leslie Grantham. Yes, I remember that. Was that 90s? Was it after? Or was it late 80s? The werewolf film in this, the werewolf lore in this film is fluid, so that makes it harder to establish who the werewolf is. Yes, if they followed rules, like give me sound, because yes, they'd be so lucky to pick up a sound with those microphones they got lying in fucking holes in the ground. We thought the same, Doctor. Yes, so the werewolf in this, as a human, goes out at night under the full moon, doesn't change unless the story requires it to. He just waits till late in the night, because it's one thing I'm going to go on in my werewolf videos. At what time does one become a werewolf? And what time does one change back? Is it dawn and sunset? Is it from dusk till dawn? Or is it from midnight to a set time? They all have all these different rules. And this is one of the worst ones. This looks like a day for night shot. And somehow these video cameras can zoom in and track people outside in the garden, and then the microphones stuffed in the garden can pick up everything. Imagine if Paul Naschy had been in this, he would have just said, "I'll get my coat." Yes, I've given up on the Paul. I can't remember. I've never heard his name pronounced, so I'm saying Naschy. I've seen a few of his films now. I thought the Yeti one was the first one I saw, and then I saw him with Dr. Jekyll, and then I saw him with the vampire woman, and then I thought that's enough of his films. I know he's done about 7 or 8 bloody werewolf films, but I find your lack of faith disturbing. That's Don. Yes, Foster. Yeah, you're out of this film. I don't know if it's good or bad that the newer trilogy was keeping that end up with Richard E. Grant and Ade Edmondson and others as Empire bad guys. Good old British bad guys. Paul Blue-Eyes. Paul Naschy was the guy from the Spanish werewolf one. That's him, yes. Sorry, I should have said. I didn't even know he existed until I started this bloody werewolf thing. And I'm pretty sad that I do know. Good evening, Double A. How are you? Now, who, apart from Ian, has anyone else seen this film? And if you have seen this film, do you remember who the killer is without spoiling it? Because we're coming up. It won't be long before we get our werewolf break. I had to make my own werewolf break because the one from the film is over a minute long and it gets copyrighted, so it might be a short live stream. Yes, Batter's School Night indeed. I'm feeling it as well. Yep. That is him. The Spanish werewolf films. Poor beast, he will get food poisoning if he drinks this guy's liver. As I was saying, was it American Werewolf? Why do werewolves, do they just kill? Or do they kill to eat? Because some of them eat bits, and then some of them just kill you. Rip you to shreds and then go on to the next person. Because a vampire will kill you to drink your blood. Or and then they have many rules as well, because if they drink all your blood, then you die, then you come back as a vampire. But then the other one is you have to drink the vampire blood, like Lost Boys and Dracula, to become a vampire. You don't have to die for that one. You just die because of the blood. But werewolf films are a lot more complicated. Because I think one of those Spanish werewolf films starts with, because they always end with the werewolf getting killed, and then the next film starts with it coming back together. Oh yeah, this guy's got hairy back of his hands, and he's looking at them like, oh my god, and like he just goes in and shaves them. He's just got hairy hands unnaturally. I have nothing to do with films, no, unfortunately. Maybe werewolves get kind of horny for killing, as that's a way of reproducing, so to speak. That is true, but technically they just go around scratching people. That seems, because it's a bite or a scratch, and if you survive an attack, then you become a werewolf at the next full moon, or not, or even though it's the same. Some people change on the same 3 nights of full moon, and then some say, yeah, because it's technically 3 nights is a full moon, but there's only 1 night when it's absolutely full. And then some say the rule is you come a werewolf on that 1 night, or the 3 nights you kill 4, and then complicated. Surely it's big on vampire. There's an interview to be a vampire. Yes, get your coat and take this with you.
I just would like to say to all of you, kiss my ass, you rotten.
Yes, very good one. Have I got Amicus's Beyond the Grave, Gareth? I don't think so. I can't remember. I've only got a few. Which one have I got? Hang on, I need a torch because it's dark in here. I've got. I'm trying to. I really need to sort this out. I don't even know what I've got anymore. What have I got? I don't know. I got The Devil Rides Out, but that's Hammer. And I got The Scars of Dracula, that's Hammer. Didn't I get those from you? I did have some. I think I got The House That Dripped Blood somewhere here. No, that's Halloween. Evil Dead. There it is. Just like VHS, DVDs, especially horror ones, people tend not to give them up. Right, so there you go. I think I got 2 Amicus ones. This film and this one. The House That Dripped Blood. Some Hammer ones. But yeah, I've only got a couple of Hammer VHS. Like The Castle of Fu Manchu, I think is one of them. And Frankenstein Created Women. Right, here we go. Oh, actually, I was just thinking, we haven't had 45 halfway through, and we haven't had a kill yet. But here we go. He's just left him behind in the house and gone out hunting, not knowing that the wolf has other plans. Who did the music for this? I can't see it. Ian's got that one. There's a silly vampire story about a restaurant there. Now, was it a year ago when I interviewed Laurie Brewster? I watched all the Amicus films. I can't remember if I watched Beyond the Grave. But I have to check it out. Or was that another one? I'm getting mixed up. Yeah, that's the trouble with Amicus films. I mix them up as well. Especially if they're multiple story films. Postmon 2, whatever it is. I'm just checking. Because I was reading about what Laurie Brewster posted about Amicus and what the future is. Because yeah, if we look at what's selling right now, it's gory, nihilistic slashers. Some of them are cash-ins, like the Winnie the Pooh stuff. That's the box office gold, and to some extent, but less so now, the art house Instagram filtered A24 films. I do like many of their films. But still, at 6 billion, studio created its wealth by producing films that look smart and make the audiences feel smart, often to the expense of substance, which is pretty spot on. The last decent werewolf film I saw was the Underworld films. Yes, but I was to say if she was wearing bin bags, would it still be as good? And probably would be, yes. But yes, we do have. There it is. Underworld is next week. So, only a 15. Stunning, superb special effects. Fantastic. And terrific action. But we shall see. Donald Pleasance and his actress daughter scared the living shit out of me in Beyond the Grave. Everyone was top notch in The Mirror Story at the end of the film and Highgate Cemetery. Yes, I need to watch that once I get past my werewolf films. What did I watch? Ah, yes. Late Phases. Thank you, Vermont. That is a good one. I watched that. That's one of the early ones I watched. That is a very good one. It's low budget to be sure, but it doesn't show the werewolf too much. And it's got a good story surrounding it. Let me just check. Because there's about 56 or 7 films I've seen now. These damn werewolf films, and hardly any of them make any mistakes. So yes, good evening, Ramon. But yeah, Late Phases is quite a modern one. Right, so yeah, he's always throws me off this day for night or night for day, whatever they call it, because it's so obvious you can see bright light coming through. It isn't moonlight. So yeah, full eclipse, werewolf in the girls' dormitory, Dr. Jekyll and versus the werewolf. Oh, I saw Lindsay. Well, I made an hour. It was late at night. Among the Shadows. This is as it's advertised. Lindsay Lohan. Oh, not that you can see. Oh, now I got the glare. Lindsay Lohan, and it's supposed to make it. She's front and center on this poster of a sexy werewolf film, but she's barely in it. She's like, it's a 2019, I think, film where everyone was filmed on green screens mostly, and then yeah, it's not the draw, so I gave up on it. The Werewolf and the Yeti, Scream of the Wolf, Beast Within, Red Riding Hood, Cold Ground, Assignment Tower, Werewolf, The Beast Among Us. That was pretty good. It's got Stephen Rea in it and a few others where they have. It's a period piece where a werewolf's attacking a village. Alpha Wolf, I watched the other night. That was terrible. Casper Van Dien. Wolf Cop was pretty good. Love Bite was good. That was a British one. The Werewolf, rest in peace. Female Werewolf, that was terrible. An Erotic Werewolf in London turned out to be quite bad, despite Misty Monday being in it. She-Wolf of London, Red Riding Hood, Werewolves of the Third Reich. Yeah, I could go on. You watch Kate do a DIY program, yes. Struggling to hammer drill a fucking door. Yes. Kate is a goddess. You need a Blu-ray player. The Warner Archive release of Beyond the Grave has immaculate picture quality. Now, how do you people feel? Yes, you people about Now, will a Blu-ray, a £30 Blu-ray player on a £200 screen look good? And how does that compare to a £1,000 TV and a £500 player? All right, Dutch. I could. Well, maybe she could go into that. Was that after that cooking woman who was always being very sexual about her cooking? Maybe I should buy a Blu-ray player. Finally, my Pioneer DVD works perfectly for me. Only DVD player I've ever needed. Yes, those things. Well, like my VHS and Daewoo VHS. Who'd have thought that's to be going after 30, 40 years? So here we go. There's a shadow of a fucking dog's head coming, and then the dog's watching him, and he shoots it. He got it point blank, right in the head, but he obviously grazed it. But yeah, I was saying, like, I don't want to jinx it, but this TV's lasted me a few years already, and it was old then. But I've had, I'm on my 3rd or 4th, in 10 years, bloody flat screen. That's not a dog, it's a werewolf. Sorry. It's a it's a very hairy dog, or is it a werewolf? Oh, bloody DVD's going way ahead of me. So he's getting our first kill at 50 minutes. The dog licking his chops. I'm guessing they threw a puppet through the window or made a dog right there. There it is. Yes, where's Mike indeed? I forgot to take his name off the fucking titles, didn't I? He abandoned me as usual. He went to a concert, so he forgot he'd been booked. I do own a region-free Blu-ray player. There you go. But I still heavily rely on DVD and VHS. There you go, see? Same as me. Like, this DVD is showing up very well on this old TV. I'm surprised how well this TV does show up stuff. Yeah, so the werewolf has killed the guy in the chair and destroyed all the tellies. Now, did he do it as the wolf dog or did he transform back? Here we go. Here's a weird wolf. One of the great werewolf, not wolf men. See, that's another differential. Thank you. There are the wolf men who stand up, and then there's the werewolves, isn't it, that sort of go around on all fours. Films with fantastic lead men. Calvin Lockhart, he is great. And great support from Peter Cushing, Marlon Clark, and Michael Gamba. Gotta love that werewolf break. Yes, that is coming up soon. I will be producing my own werewolf break for you to guess who the werewolf is. But welcome to Weird Wolf. I shouldn't worry, I still haven't gotten over to 4K. I often visit a friend who lives in Devon to watch 4K films. I'm too tight. Well, yes, I got a 4K. I haven't still bought a 4K disc yet. Okay, every time I look in CX, I thought I saw a poacher. Did you get him? But yeah, I still haven't taken the dive on 4K. I've seen a few of them and they're quite good, but sort of peaked, hasn't it? Film technology with Blu-rays. That's enough definition for most people, isn't it? Because they keep trying to find a way to sell TVs. First of all, we had the curved ones. I guess we had 720s, then 1080s. Then we had the curved ones, then the 3D ones. And then, oh, he's in bed. So hang on, who's missing? That's the question you should ask when you watch these. Is count the people who's missing. But then, for those who haven't seen it, this film is worth a watch. Just grab yourself a cup of tea and some biscuits on a rainy afternoon salad. Yeah, it's exactly the perfect time for it. I think it's, what is it? It's a 15 certificate, but I'm not sure why. But Calvin is great in this. He's pissed off at everything. Oh, caught up. I don't know how much they hired this helicopter, but they're making their money's worth. And when it comes to 80s, 90s, straight to video shit, I prefer watching it on the videotape. It makes bad films more watchable. It's very true. I have noticed that when I do them on here. Because even some of the later franchises of the 80s and 90s, where the budget was 10 pence, they do look better on VHS than the whatever they try to do with them on Blu-rays. I agree with you, Dutch. Some films are much better on VHS. It adds to the vibe, indeed. As long as they don't damage VHS, because people are watching too many parts too many times. But you're at the right channel for VHS. But not as impressive collection as Ramones there. Oh, yeah, I don't know why she's with him. He's a miserable bastard. And then, yeah. Oh, they've spoiled her call. Has anyone... What is that game? Croquet. Has anyone actually played Croquet? I think I played it once, but not... The rules are so annoying. So now he's taking the spark plug caps out of all the cars now. See, still think Nightmare on Elm Street is scary on VHS. Yes. Hence my video for that. I still need to find some more films that I can do with that. Because I've done Evil Dead. I might do The Fog. Yes. See if The Fog is scarier on VHS. What have I done now? Yes, Jeff's spoiled. He's HD and 4K all the way, isn't he? I want the movies in my collection in the best possible quality, even the crappy straight-to-video ones. Hence, I wouldn't call a fistful of dollars crappy straight-to-video, would? I think it got a cinema release now. Yes, where am I? 8K is supposed to be the next big thing, but I can't see the point. Yes, because apparently our eyes can't see 4K, can they? Or I think even 1080p, it's like sections of the screen are the only things the eye picks up in the actual HD. And then 4K, it's lesser amount, and then 8K, you won't know what you're looking at anyway. Generation gap, exactly. Jeff's a young lad, isn't he? I played croquet one. Yeah, it was useless at it. Yeah, because you have to knock these balls through the hoops, and then other times you get to stand on one of the ball and then knock another ball in. I know. Yeah, I never got the rules. I fell in love with movies and I had to watch them in the worst condition imaginable. Yes, back in the VHS days. Yeah, exactly. What was I say? I haven't got any old ones up here. They're all in the loft, but they still play. And now he's getting taken. Yeah, first of all, the guy slung an axe at him. Now he's shooting arrows. Now that's normally when they have someone being shot with an arrow, they have it fake it, don't they? But he was in the shot, and the arrow, there was no jump cut. My eyesight's so bad, 8K would be wasted on me. Why is it going up to 2K? Yes. Because I'm not sure if it's true or not, but then they say that modern films with all their CGI, they only do the CGI in 2K, and then for the 4K releases, they have to upscale the special effects. But I'm not sure about the older films. Love the fog. Yes. I always think, oh, I'll put the fog on. That's a good fun film. And then I get creeped out by it. Even though I grew up with VHS. Yeah, maybe just sick of it. Bad picture. I'm actually referring to my Jean-Claude Van Damme, Seagal, and Dolph straight-to-video ones. Yes. I guess it's... I think, was it Seagal's the worst culprit for his modern films? They're looking shit because they're all digital, aren't they? A lot of Dolph and Jean-Claude's were filmed on film. Health and safety weren't paying attention. They did the arrow stunt, same armor as I think Baldwin. Oh, too soon. But yeah, I couldn't. The only way I can see that stunt is if the arrow black guy was just that shot, sweating, because it's very close to him. And there was no cut as far as I could tell. Otherwise, scary. But you can enjoy deeper colors and better white and black levels. I went 4K early, paid for it. Will not have anyone tell me how much is my money. And he still has VHS. Exactly. It's whatever you're comfortable with, isn't it? Like it wouldn't matter to me watching this on VHS because here we go. So he tries the candle trick again, but no one's playing because that would give it away. Oh yes, Billy Blanks, Lorenzo Lamas, Young Einstein. My mum is a werewolf. I don't need to see those in HD. Well, yes, I saw. Yeah, well, the Australian countryside does look good in Young Einstein. That's about the only good thing about the HD version. But yeah, Billy Blanks, and it's like watching stuff on this 12-inch. It's back when I watched all the action films, the Bloodsports, and the sequels. If you watch The Fog when you're alone in the house, I maintain you will get a little bit spooked by it. Exactly. That's the last time I watched it. I thought, oh, it's late at night. I'll watch a bit of Fog before I go to bed. Big mistake. Oh, and as Jeff's here, I was going to send him a message, but if he's still here, does he want to do Tightrope in October? What's my favorite Bruce Lee film? Double A's Way of the Dragon. Yeah, that's a great one. Because I've made a Bruce Lee video of all the cuts in the UK. And each one of his films has about 5 minutes of bloody cuts because of weapons and fights. But I haven't got to recording the voiceover yet because I'm stupid. But yes. I think it's Enter the Dragon. Or is it No Retreat, No Surrender? No, see, Enter the Dragon might have been the first time I watched because it was the only one that was on telly. Because living out in the countryside, we didn't get access to. They didn't have it in the video shops. I don't think they ever played any of his other films on TV as much. Even though I'd probably at least get the DVD. Exactly. Oh, there you go. She wants his blood, so she's been scratched. And the dog is dead. I repeat, the dog's dead. So, what if I missed that bit? Oh no, it was the mirror that got her then because she threw the mirror. It's a scratch later on that she hides. I never met anyone who saw the film Jekyll and Hyde together again. It's a horror sex comedy. Oh, it's atrocious. Jekyll and Hyde together again because it's Jekyll and Hyde. Oh, is it Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde, or is it Miss Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or something? Which wouldn't fly today, would it? I'm just wondering, did I ever get onto West Wales video shops? There's a bit of a backlog. Hang on, I'll see. Did you comment on? Did you comment on one of the images for renting a video? There was a bigger response to that. So yeah, keep watching the shorts and let's have a look if I can see, because I added some new people to the list. But if you can't see your name, but the search is useless. I got at least another 25 to go. Bloody hell. I was just doing 2 a day. But let me know if you chose to, in the community tab, chose 2 videos. Fist of Furious, yes. He did so many great fight scenes. I can't remember which film they're in. But I guess, yeah. Wear the Dragon, because it's got Chuck Norris in. And then you got Enter the Dragon, which is more like a James Bond film, which I do like. It's out there, on the loose, listen. It's bloody leather jacket with nothing on underneath. What about watching Videodrome all alone, especially if you have VHS tapes lying around? Are they breathing? Are you sure? Yes, I'd love to try and recreate that bloody thing. That'd be tricky though. He was going to say Fist of Fury as well. Awesome movie. Who was it that said a fistful of, on the Cynthia Rothrock thing, fistful of fists? What's it? That's a tagline for her new film. Did you ever see the atrocious Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hype with Ollie Reed? Oh, no, surely not. That's probably another thing to look into, the many films of ripping off Dr. Jekyll. I haven't seen that one. Is it so bad it's good, or is it just bad? I commented 3 weeks ago. Okay. I will. Do you remember what you put? I'll put it on the list right now. So you're top of the list. Because it only comes up as usernames. And sometimes your title isn't your username, but I will put you on. You remember what you put? Because I only update. I thought I updated my Word document. That's mine. So it might be under a different name. Let's have a look. Burbs. Yes, now I remember. I don't think I've updated my document. It's in 3 weeks, but I will put you there, top of the list. I think it's because, yeah, those 2 films weren't in my list, is what threw me. Burbs, and I know. So, yes, I think I'm going to have to up my game, yeah? Because everyone's commenting. Right, there you go. I'll try and get that this week. That's it. Probably Michael Myers with a fistful of fists. That was very clever. Oh, here we go. So he's in this fucking helicopter. He's got this massive machine gun. And he can't hit this dog for toffee. And this poor dog is doing all the stunts here. He's running over like squibs. He's jumping through windows with broken glass, which probably is real broken glass. Rather than, yeah, take me down. And then somehow the dog kills the pilot and then blows up the helicopter. But instead of going back to the house and seeing who's not in the house, he spends all his time chasing this thing. Double A, maybe you would qualify for 3 free tapes. No such thing, and you don't get free tapes unless it's damaged. There you go. Cheers. No worries. I try to keep up, but I usually go back to the list if I see one. But I haven't done it because there's so many on the bloody list now. Just imagine. I just googled image, look up Oliver Reed makeup. God, the wig, the nose. Yeah, because I watched Curse of the Werewolf, which was a Hammer film of werewolf, and Ollie Reed's in that, a young Ollie Reed, of course, and then he doesn't turn up till about halfway through because the whole thing's got one long intro of how the bad king got cursed, and then locks the girl away, and then she gets knocked up by a madman, and then has a kid, and then eventually grows up into Ollie Reed. Yes, a fistful of fists. I'm copyrighting that. It was in my chat, so it's my copyright. So I can use it as much as I like. So yeah, this is a very dark film. So yeah, she's trying to stop him. Oh yeah, the dogs are fighting. That's it. The two dogs, which they probably did for real, because they don't know that they're playing. Not that you can see what's going on that screen. Yeah, it's very dark because the werewolf is all black, so he doesn't show up. So yeah, this is where the pilot's coming out with his gun. The werewolf jumps past them. The pilot's shooting at it. The wolf jumps at him and kills him. But then Calvin's machine gunning misses the werewolf and the bloke and blows up his helicopter. Right, where are we? So, bound to be we're going to get the werewolf break in a minute. So I hope you've been paying attention on who's the werewolf and who you think the werewolf is. And hopefully my video will work. Let me turn the volume up so I can hear it. There we go. Yeah, so the pilot's dead. So what would happen if they hadn't resuscitated him? I mean, if they had resuscitated him, would he become a werewolf then? Apart from some scratches, there's no blood on the floor, like it's pissing out of him. And the model of the helicopter, the windows are melting. Oh, there you go. That's the other thing about these werewolf films is the werewolf person that can turn in this whenever they want by the scene. Look at it. They can go from werewolf, dressed human, to werewolf, and dressed human back again without anyone noticing. Yes. Good old Ollie Reed. Get him a vodka at the bar and he'll be his friend for life. Well, here comes the poor doggy. I think it depends if he drank from a bottle or if it was a Tuesday. Or if there was a wolfsbane nearby. Exactly. See that? It's like one of those people that identifies as something if it's 5 past the hour on a Thursday. But here we go. So there's cleavage. So now was she injured? Because the werewolf jumped between them. Well, they jumped out of the way, and then a minute later the werewolf jumps between them. So was he supposed to have scratched her on the way out there? Or... And then it's one of those situations where, because there was, I can't even remember what film it was I watched the other day. Someone was attacked by a werewolf, scratched, and then like 10 seconds later they turned into a werewolf. The cure to being a werewolf is patting your head and rubbing your tummy. It's part of the law. Oh, oh, I got it. I'm safe. Yes, indeed. And this dog's looking very upset. Yeah, he knows probably Calvin's going to shoot him for real, this poor stunt dog. He is very gun happy in this. Did you know there's porn on the internet? I'll see you later. All right, here we go. It's like living in a shooting gallery. Where were you? Well, I've been lots of places. Oh, so he did actually check his room. Yeah, so everyone heard the howling and thought they'd go and have a bloody look at it. If I'm in a house and there's howling outside, I'm locking my doors, barricading it. And then, yeah, you saw him shooting at the whirlybird. Ah, there you go. So there's... See, I never recognized Gambon in this, apart from his eyes. I don't think I've ever seen him so young. He was May Gray, wasn't he? Or one of them. Again, close to everyone being assembled. Yes. All to be revealed. Exactly. Who is the werewolf? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 5 people that could be the werewolf left in the film? Stay where you are. Right, let me cue up my video. Ah, yes, the UK May Gray and the Singing Detective, of course. I always remember that it was supposed to be like this real sauce fest, wasn't it? The Singing Detective, and then wasn't he like most of the time he was just fucking getting greased up by a nurse on the bed because of all his burns or his rash or something. I never understood the story, but I haven't seen it since. I haven't seen the Robert Downey Jr. one either. Right, who's dead in the bed? This is one that confused me. Is it the blonde bird? No, she's one of the she's on the list, but yeah. So it's someone bleeding on the bed with tufts of hair in their hands. So they've obviously been killed by the werewolf. But I've never worked out who it is. Right. Oh, hang on. I gathered you here all today. Right, here we go. But even if the phone was working, can you imagine explaining it to some village cop? So it was Arthur Bennington was killed by a werewolf. So he is... Oh, and the pilots, yeah. Tom, 2 men are dead. Yeah, so that's the pilot and the... So who's the person in the bed? Yeah. Oh, it was Joanne Whalley, wasn't it? Reaching him up. That's why I liked it so much. Wasn't she in like a nurse's uniform with stockings and stuff like that? Yeah, Dennis Potter, suffering crippler. Sorry, scabs that he needed such treatment. Yeah, and he was like this. She had to get like a tub of Vaseline and rub him down. Yes, exactly. Joanne Whalley, peak Joanne Whalley before Willow and Scandal, wasn't it? Yeah, I wonder if there's a HD version of that out now. Right, here we go. So it's all the suspicious looks from people. It's not me. That's it. Scandal. I only watched Scandal because I thought it was like a sex fest, but it's the least of that, isn't it? You got her, Joanne Whalley, and Bridget Fonda, and neither of them, I think, get naked or topless. And then the front of the poster is the famous pose where she's sitting backwards on a chair. A real sauce fest, but no. Oh, Joanne Whalley or Jenny Agutter is sexy enough. I'll have to have a look at Joanne Whalley later. Oh, fuck it. I'll turn the camera off if I get too hot and bothered. I'm talking about, before I go on, was it Joanne Whalley? Singing Detective. Oh, it's top of the list. Oh, yes. Just reach under the covers for you, Doctor. Actually, I think it's too difficult a question. But yeah, there is. I can't find it anyway. I don't know if it's been properly released yet, but 12 to Midnight, which has the Charles Bronson lookalike tracking down a werewolf. I've been unable to find it. It's supposed to have come out last week, but it doesn't seem to mention where it's available. Because it came out in August. And it's Cannon Fire Productions. A detective, despondent after the murder of his wife, is forced to resign and brought back to the force when a serial killer appears to be taunting him and turns out to be a superhuman. Somehow it's got 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb, which I'm suspicious of, because I don't think any film has ever reached that high. But I'm very curious. Oh, shit. Here we go. Right. Let's take that off. It is the werewolf break. Here we go. This is the werewolf break. Have you guessed who the werewolf is? Is it Paul Foot? Jan? Davina? Dr. Lund Grant? Caroline? You have 30 seconds to give your answer. Made up your mind? Let's see if you're right. Alright, place your bets. It is not explained yet. Right. Ooh, that's against all odds, yes. John Wallace, every time. Val didn't deserve her. She still looks damn sexy, yes. Against all odds with Rachel Ward. I discovered if you type F while on YouTube, it makes the video go full screen. For you, looking at me like that. What do we all think? Yes, who is it? Who is it? The suspense is killing me. For the last. Is it Paul Fitz, the comedian? So, yes, he's holding, whatever his name is, Jan, is holding the candlestick. But now, here we go. So, he's accusing everyone because he doesn't have a fucking clue. Rachel Ward runs that organic farm with her husband and daughter. Whenever I think of the Ward, it's Fortress. Is she in Fortress? Thornbirds. For fuck's sake. What a git. Go back to your acting class. The Lindsay Dawn Mackenzie School of Acting that Ricky goes to. I think it's Miss Scarlet in the drawing room with a candlestick. We're not watching Clue. So here we go. Yeah, he could be wearing something on his skin, such as nail varnish, to protect his hands from touching the silver. This poor guy's getting everyone's blaming him. What is that sweater poor Peter Cushing is wearing? Right, so yes. So he's got this is it. He's got silver bullets. I think he drops them now, doesn't he? Not to silver candlestick. Oh, Caroline. Oh yeah, now he makes them eat the fucking bullet, which is not going to be very useful if he needs to shoot someone with it. Precisely, silver plated. Does that count? Because I watched someone a silver dollar they pressed on the werewolf's head and it burned it and killed him. Yeah, eat this, Caroline. Oh no, this is the other one. And this is the. Here we go. Hang on. We're ahead. Is it Peter Cushing? I get probably everyone had their money on Peter Cushing. He puts out his handkerchief and cleans the bullet. Yeah, it's none. 4 of the 5 is out. Who could it possibly be? It doesn't go for the thing where it's the second from last. Mustn't play favorites. Yes. Now, does she know that she is the werewolf, or a werewolf, I should say? Well, that is it. Yes, as we'll find out in Salem's Lot, you can burn a vampire forehead with a crucifix made of lolly sticks. You mean someone put him right? We're watching the Amicus's Beast Must Die, 50-year-old film of talented actors. Yeah, so she puts the bullet in her mouth and she's got hairy hands. That's it. And then the next minute, it's a fucking dog jumping off the chair, and then it attacks him. So it seems to know, and then it jumps on the gun. Then he shoots it, but it's not. So yeah, it's not her though, because it's passed the test earlier. Yes, exactly. Fuck off, Ricky. Good. When's the last time you reviewed something? Yeah, she has instant hairy hands. She goes from putting hole in the bullet, nothing. Putting the bullet in her mouth, For some reason, it doesn't burn her. And then she just wolfs out. But yeah, if anyone knows about hairy hands, it's Ricky. Yeah. So, there we go. It's all over. She was the werewolf. Or was she? Was it in the 80s? Because what did I watch earlier? Wolf Girl, which had Tim Curry and who was Leslie Warren? Leslie Ann Down. Or was it Leslie Warren? Who was in Clue with him? They were in a film called where a traveling freak show comes into town, and there's a girl that was the hairy girl is given a treatment by a young lad whose mum is working on experimental stuff and to make her hair come out, and of course it backfires and she does lose her hair, but then also turns into a werewolf. Oh yeah, Romulus, that was weeks ago. And that was your first in like 2 years. Go and, what's it? The Substance. Go and review The Substance. Here we go. But Carol wasn't bitten. Her dog was. There we go. Carol had an open wound on her hand. Here we go. Here's the fucking... For the glass she broke at dinner. There we go. The blood from her dog, already infected by the beast, made her a victim also. This stuff's catchy. Then the original werewolf is... Dun dun dun. Still here. This is a bit like Clue. They run from fucking room to room. Leslie Ann Warren, that's it. I've seen Ginger Snaps. I don't own any of the Ginger Snaps 3. Have you seen all 3 though, Ricky? I think. Oh, there we go. Jan's had his throat ripped out. Then who did it? There's only 2 people here. After this attack, it may try for another kill. Then it's him and me. She's just a werewolf woman with Mac on her mind. Beware of the werewolf woman. She's gonna wax you from behind. What can I give you for that one? Yes, this is shocking. What a twist. I think that was sarcastic. M. Night Shyamalan saw just as a child. Yes. I don't think I haven't seen it. What was that? I watched that one. The last one of his was that one in the cabin where people think the world is ending. So yeah, the werewolf was just toying with him. He's got a pistol with 1 bullet or something, isn't it? He's the first the best. Some people say the second the best. I don't know. Yeah, the first one's a good one. It's the only one I remember most of. I got 3 disses so far. Yes, and we've got it 7 minutes, 46 seconds left. I keep forgetting it's a school night. Doing well. Don't encourage these people. It's a respectable channel, except when Ricky turns up. All right, so yeah, I got this dreadful day for night filter that makes it look obvious that it's daytime rather than moonlight. And then at points when it needs to be bright, you can't see anything. What's going on here? He's just slowly wandering around his grounds. I suppose it's a bit like Predator. He had all the equipment at the beginning, and he lost it all, and now he's just him and with 1 bullet and a werewolf dog that's got a big tongue sticking out. But you can't even see. All I can see, even on the Blu-ray, is a big dark tongue sticking out. And that's it. The dog jumps, and then there's lots of weird cuts. Did it get him? I think it got him. They brightened the DVD. Oh dear, I saw a comparison. So the DVD is super bright. You can see everything clearly. Must be my telly. Because, yeah, as you can see, or can't see, yeah, he's 1 One minute he's rolling the dog in the dark. Next minute he's rolling the long shot. It's obviously daytime. And then shoots the dog. But doesn't realize he's been injured too. So yes. The werewolf is... Yeah, there he goes. Changing back. Who is it then? Dun dun dun. So yes, they've got a regression effect now. Which isn't half bad, but it's obvious. I don't know how you would do it back in the day, because you'd have to be in the same position, take the makeup off, be in the same position, or put the makeup on and do it reverse, but it's keeping still that's the problem. Who is it? Who is it? I think you know, Ian. He shut Dumbledore. There we go. Now, where is he? Yeah, but Cushing notices he's scratched. So then he takes the gun himself. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Davina. Yeah, shut your boyfriend. Had to be done. Oh, there he is. Scratched on the arm. Peter Cushing notices. Uh-oh, let me see. Did he just put... Yeah, he puts his bullet back on the table. Uh-oh. Big two claw scratch. With that famous very red blood. It bit me. Uh-oh. The werewolf bit me. Yeah, know what you have to do. See, the silver bullet seems to have silver casing as well. I don't know if that's necessary. But then he grabs the bullet and... Yeah, it doesn't seem to affect him. But he does take the gun anyway. Then he gets a nod from Peter Cushing and off we go. So there we go. That is Amicus's The Beasts Must Die. He could have spitefully scratched those two at the same time. There is only one cure for a werewolf. See? Now, that's another thing. Werewolf cures. Because I think, what was it? Was it the American Werewolf in Paris tried to make up a cure for being a werewolf, which was eat the heart of the werewolf that bit you. I think that's the only one. Otherwise, I've seen them die in fires, shot with a normal bullet, shot with a silver bullet. But mostly, yeah, they just get shot in the end. Very few of them survive. That's why, of the 8 Howling films, none of them are... I guess Howling 2 does have the black woman in it, who's technically the same character from the first film, so she survived one. It's all very serious now. I don't know how he's going to... Peter Cushing's going to explain this to the police, like he said. First of all, they have to get to town because they've got no... He destroyed all the cars. The phone doesn't work. And he was, well, I guess it's 74 and he was... Well, Biggles was 85. There's no spring chicken. Oh. So did Cushing have a not... Not the werewolf claws and it's gone, oh, some people, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
Yes, you're next. Turn the blue iris. Made at Shepperton Studios, Shepperton, Middlesex, England. It's good fun. I can't knock Amicus considering the small output. Vault of Horror is another one like that. Yeah, they only made a few, didn't they? Vault of Horror and Tales of the Crypt are both great. Yeah, there won't be a fifth. That's a record. Yes, I should keep a fucking spreadsheet of this. Yes, did anyone actually guess it right, or did no one know who the characters were because they've never seen the film and it was only on a tiny screen? But yeah, I think it's only me and Ian, maybe Dr. Impossible has seen this. But if you did guess without knowing. But yes, so as I said at the beginning, Amicus are back with the studio making horror films, and Laurie Brewster's in charge. And here we are. I will put, you can join the Patreon for free to get news and updates about what's happening right here. He has said he will come back on and talk about Amicus again once he's got some news. But they are making stuff. So we've got In the Grip of Terror, which is going to be a romantic retro style. There's Black Chariot, a unapologetic black and white creepy thriller, The Reign of Queen Guinevere, which is going to be like BBC series I, Claudius. And for We Are Many 2, a Lovecraft tribute anthology. So there's still lots of life in Amicus yet. And then, so yeah, they've got a Facebook page, and then there's that Patreon link that has all the news, and you can join for free. You just have to join Patreon or log into Patreon. But Laurie's hard at work. He's always posting stuff on doing building work or filming stuff or writing stuff. So hopefully soon we'll get a lot more Amicus. Homework. Those who haven't seen it, go watch it and keep the Kitsch 1970s cinematic horror murder mysteries alive. Indeed. Can't say better myself. There we go. Theatre of Blood, one DVD. Yes, I did. That is one I remember way back when I was a child and me and baby sat, and it was one of those late night horrors. But that was good. Trying to think. I don't know if I do own it on a DVD box. If I don't, so yes, that's it. Do I? No. Yeah, it's The House That Dripped Blood, I think, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think I have it. So that's, well, while you're here, I'll see if, I don't expect the VHS to be cheap, but I can probably pick up the DVD for £1. How are we spelling theatre? I can never remember. But yeah, it's got Robert Morley and Vincent Price, is it? But yeah. It's one of those childhood ones that, with the dog pie. Yeah. Let's have a look. I don't think it's got UK. No, doesn't seem to have a UK VHS. Only Americans. Yeah, that's weird. Well, I guess it's not weird. Right, so yeah, £3.50 for a DVD. I'll get that another time. But yes, it is a great film. Would be a good one to have in October. It's bloody brilliant. Similar to The Abdominal Dr. Phoebes. Phoebes? Yeah, very good suggestion. DVD then, yes. Don't want to import a NTSC video. Although it'll play black and white if it plays it anyway. I always thought you don't get the full price with the Phoebes films, although they are still striking. Full price indeed. Theatre of Blood is better. Yes, definitely one. Fine, I'll do that. So tomorrow it's Breakdown with Kurt Russell. And I will see you then, I hope. Otherwise, it's a good night from me, and it's a good night from Mike, wherever he is. So you take care, everyone. And yeah, don't forget to sign up for Amicus if you like the 70s style horrors. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it back. Oh, the Tingler. I'll get one of those electric chairs. So put a battery on it. Night, Dr. Impossible. Night, Jeff. Thanks, Ian. Thanks for being here for the whole thing. As a super fan. All right, you take care, everyone. Get to bed. And good night.